Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I've been making things, and the first thing I made this morning was this picture frame with an actual picture. And how I made it was I got a little bit of cardboard and I stuck a paper clip like this on, and then I made a picture and you can actually put it on. And you're wondering why it's so tiny. I have an American Girl doll, so I made it for her.
And what about eating healthy?
And,
Many children don't like to eat fruit and vegetables. What do you think, Eleanor?
well, I love eating fruit and vegetables because every time I make my own little faces and stuff.
I think it's so cute. It's like a man and a lady, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You're very good at making these funny faces. And here comes Clara.
Can I see?
Clara, you like fruit and vegetables too, don't you?
Yeah.
And there's William sleeping in the background over there. He's just napping. So, Clara, why is it good for you to eat fruit and vegetables?
Because it helps your body and it has vitamin D or C. I can't say.
You have lots of minerals and vitamins that you get, yes?
Yeah.
And what is the vegetable that makes you strong? When we have a dinner time.
Kale.
It has iron and it's
Spinach.
spinach, correct. What are your favorite vegetables and fruits?
Mine's peas.
You love pieces, yes, that's true. Also, when you were 3 years old, you always wondered when we went to markets in France where we lived. Where did we live? We lived close to Saint-Germain-en-Laye.
Yeah.
Yes?
In France.
Yes. We lived in the back body with Saint-Germain-en-Laye. That was our town, so to speak.
What's your favourite,
Domaine de Conchon.
I don't know, what's your favorite?
Lady Cottage, Frégate, La
My
Frégate.
favorite is apples, pears, and grapes.
Yeah.
If you got
Clara, can you go and take the tray with your solar system, please?
Yeah.
You've been a very good girl because Clara reminded me that she had to do solar system throughout the holidays. And I'm very proud of her that I didn't have to ask her, but she came to me and told me that she liked to do it. So what did we make it with?
We made it with clay.
We made it with clay, yeah.
We put mine in the oven. When we took it out, some of my things came apart. So my dad is fixing them.
Okay. And you were very creative because I did not ask you. You were playing with clay too. And what did you make?
And I made a girl, I made a heart, and I made a
There
rucksack.
comes Clara, good girl. And now would you like to go and get yours so we can see that, please? And then you can eat your nice sandwiches in just a moment. Clara, can you please explain me what you've been doing for school?
So basically we were meant to make a sculpture of the solar system and I did this. So there's these letters on it to provide its name. So I did it S for Sun, M for Mercury, V for Venus, E for Earth, M for Mars, J for Jupiter, S for Saturn, U for Uranus, and N for Neptune.
Okay, so what colour's Pluto?
Blue.
That's
Is that Neptune?
Neptune, yes.
Oh.
What's funny about Saturn?
Oh, Saturn has rings that have different ages.
Yeah, and what's the female planet, so to speak?
Venus.
What's the woman?
Venus.
Venus. There's also a star, that's just when we see what people think of the star in the sky, but it's a red thing in the sky, that's actually Venus, the planet we can see, yeah? And what was interesting about Pluto, you told me earlier? What's the thing about Pluto that's special they just discovered?
Oh, that it was too small to be a planet, so it's
Yeah.
planetoid, and it's very cold because it's.
But most books,
furthest
because
away.
they've been printed before, will say that it's a planet. So you did it, but it's
No, I didn't. It's Neptune.
No, you didn't. Sorry, you excluded it deliberately. Sorry, you excluded it deliberately. Now, what is the stick you put it all on? And why did
It's
you put it on a
wire.
stick?
Pardon?
Why did you put it on a stick?
It's wire.
Yeah,
Oh, because if without the stick, then it wouldn't really attach,
yeah,
and it's also quite strong,
yeah.
so it won't just, fall apart.
Well, I'm very proud of you girls because you came to me and I didn't have to ask you to do homework because you always do your homework and I'm very proud of you. Now, Anna, you come with your tray. What have you been making, Anna?
This is the schoolgirl, And there's
He's so cute.
and there's a rucksack, and here's a little heart, and I just made some art, and on the back there was a different art because of the baking tray when it got put in the oven.
I really like that mask there. So what is the thing about clay? If we want to paint it or not, what do we have to wait for?
We have to wait till
dry.
it dries.
Yes, that's correct. And that can take a couple of days, okay? You can also put it in the oven, it dries quicker, but you risk more cracking if you put it in the oven. So this is dry, so we got quite a long time to have the holidays for, so we can just let it dry. And then I think we should try and paint your planets, Clara, when we are finished. In the sort of colors that's going to be. Clara, you're very artistic. You got a very, very good talent for drawing and painting. Now,
Mostly drawing.
the thing is with all talents that you can be very, very talented, but if you don't keep practicing,
Yeah.
what happens then?
Then you get like a weaker. So what I mean by weaker is like you get a bit worse at it. And
That's correct.
if you don't do it for like, I don't know, 10 years, something like that, then you might just lose it, and you might not know and have to start all the way back again to the first step.
Now at school you got some different computer programs. What are they called?
Prodigy, Friv,
The-
Timetable Rockstars.
Yeah.
Um,
We used to have Mathletics, but then something happened and they switched it to Prodigy.
so
I think we should do some videos with that at some point, because I hope you kids can be used as an inspiration to other children. Now, inspiration is a little bit big word. What does that mean?
Oh, that means like as a person, it's like a teacher. So like show what to do. To
Correct.
If they so to make.
And
them want to
Pidax
do
is
it.
very good at Math Watch and his geography, Seneca. He's very good at Seneca too. So I think we should do some videos with that too, and then hopefully all the children who watch that will start doing some programs that way as well. Because you can never be too smart, yeah?
That's true.
And you have to expand your talent, and also helps you at school, yeah?
Yes, it does.
So anything else you'd like to say to your friends before we say bye-bye?
We might also be doing some hide and seek videos, and we might be doing some videos outside.
Mm-hmm.
And well,
Oh, and like and subscribe and turn the notification bell on.
Yeah.
and well. If you want to know why Neptune's, not Neptune, I meant Uranus is named for, it's named for the god of the sea because it's blue. And
Yeah.
that's why it's named after. We have no real explanation, but it's just because it's blue and it's named after.
And something sad happened. You know Pluto, it's turned into
To
a
a
planetoid
planetoid.
because
It's too small.
yeah. But Cara does have it just there.
Yeah, I just included it.
And Pluto is named after a dog, Mickey Mouse's dog. Yay!
That's correct.
Or it's the other way round. I think the dog is the planet. The dog is named after the Pluto, the planet. I think.
What is about geography? What do you learn about geography? I love geography myself. What are the things you learn about geography?
We don't really do much geography in my class.
You do in my class. We normally do mostly maths and English.
Yeah.
You had an interesting science project with volcanoes, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was that science or
serious?
geography you had about that?
I think
Or
it's
both.
science.
Science.
Sometimes subjects can overlap, so they can, because it is technically geography with volcanoes, but you can some people do science experiments too.
Oh yeah, and science and art can
Yes.
overlap. 'Cause they
Yes,
can
and you
be-
also decorate, and I like when they combine the various topics at school.
Yeah. And in science. science, we've been learning about Egyptian gods.
And that's correct. And you got mummified, yeah.
Yeah. So how I got mummified was on a day there was a special visitor, and one of us in the whole class got to be mummified, and one of our teachers called Mr. Wheeler had the choice to pick, and he chose me. And it was quite boring because I had to stay still for about half an hour.
Correct. Now, if we just skip a little bit back, I'll talk about the Egyptians in a moment, please. But we've got a little bit back to volcanoes. What is the name of a very, very famous volcano?
Mount Vesuvius
Yes. And where's that one?
in Pompeii.
Pompeii. And what country is that?
Is it Peru?
Where did Mummy and Daddy get married?
Italy.
Correct. And it's a beautiful area.
And there's another very famous one. It's Mount Fuji of Kanagawa.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
the Great Wave of Okanagawa. You remember that beautiful Japanese painting? It's probably the most famous Japanese
I had
painting.
to paint it.
There's also one that's just as famous as Mount Vesuvio. But the Great Wave of
Kanagawa.
yes, is absolutely stunning. I love that.
I had to draw it as a
We live by sea. What is special about that one is that many marine paintings, so sea paintings, you look out at the sea when they're painting, or you're on a boat looking into shore. But this one is actually painted on the side of the wave, and then you got Mount Fuji in the background. So it is absolutely stunning. Masterpiece for sure.
And how I did this was I got a piece of cardboard, I cut it in the shape I needed to, and then I drew some stars and then a flower in the corner. And then I went in with some paint, and I kept overlapping a bit with each colour, if you can see. Like there's a bit of orange overlapping that one, and some green overlapping the yellow.
Well, I think you've done a splendid job, and I really like seeing how creative you've been. I'm very proud of you that way, and I hope we inspire other children to do something. I mean, this clay is super cheap, and you have hours of fun with it, yeah?
Yeah.
An apple doesn't cost much. Now, we have a funny apple peel, and we're going to show that in another program. I think we'll do a program about funny kitchen gadgets that will hopefully inspire children to eat more fruit and vegetables. Because apparently there are many, many kids that don't even like to eat vegetables and fruit. Can you imagine that? Your kids have been fighting over who ate the last piece of broccoli.
And if you watch Peppa Pig, in one of them, George doesn't like
Carrots.
carrots and
Yeah.
stuff, and then he tries it and he loves it. But in another one, he was eating his salad and he didn't like any of it. But
Yes.
then Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig shaped it into a dinosaur, and then George ate it.
Yes. We're proud of you girls, and
Bye.
Goodbye.
see you next time. Super.